Okay, hello and welcome to today's webinar. My name is Christy Fitzgerald and today our focus is all about helping you reimagine customer relationships. Before we get started, a few housekeeping items. First, ask questions. We will be responding via the Q&A tool on your webinar control panel, and we'll try to answer as many of your questions as possible, either at the end of this webinar or via that chat function or as a follow-up email after the webinar is complete. Second, be sure to stay tuned through the end of today's webinar, as we'll be making several resources available to you in the handout section of the webinar panel as well. Now, about today's webinar. When you take a second to think about the ultimate goals of your organization, a lot of things may come to mind. You might be thinking about things like customer acquisition or revenue generation, but when we really boil everything down, if we strip away all the business jargon, the primary objective of really any company is, from a small startup or a massive global chain, the primary objective is really to make happy customers, to make those people who come in contact with your brand happy about how they were treated, and to do this every time for every customer. And that's the ultimate path to success within your business. And that's why we're here today. So in this webinar, you're going to get to see how we help our customers reimagine their customer relationships and how to do so at scale. But before we get started, we really want to know a little bit about you, our audience. So if you could go ahead and use the poll feature here in the webinar environment and tell us a little bit about you. We want to know what industry or vertical your business is most closely aligned to. Or if you're an agency partner with us today, what industry or vertical do you most represent? So if you could take a moment to help us out, go ahead and answer the question in the poll section of your GoToWebinar control panel. That would be great. We'll give you just a few more moments to respond. All right. And it looks like the majority of you guys are from the tech space, and then 50% of our attendees are also from the other category. So we'll be interested to find out a little bit more about that as we kind of evaluate who's on today's webinar with us. One last question is, what role do you play within the organization, or which of these roles most closely align with your job function? I'll give you guys a moment to respond here. Perfect. We've got a pretty wide mix on today's webinar. So we really look forward to sharing some information, hopefully that's really valuable for you guys today within these different job families. All right. So now that we know a little bit about you guys, it is my pleasure to introduce you to our presenter today. So joining me is Alison Macalik. Alison is one of our extremely knowledgeable senior solutions consultants here at Sprinklr, and she's joining us today from our office in Austin. So Alison, I'll go ahead and pass control to you, and you can take it away.
Great, thank you, Christy. Hi, everyone. My name is Alison Macalik, and I'm coming to you from Austin, Texas. Fun fact about me, my husband and I actually run a successful Airbnb in our backyard out of a 1977 Airstream. So we have guests from all over the globe. I love talking and meeting with new people. And so no matter where you're coming from today, I'm very happy that you're here. Like Christy said, please feel free to ask questions. We are here for you guys. And we really want to explain through the lens of Sprinklr how we start to reimagine customer relationships. So today, we're going to show you why we think reimagining customer relationships is very important, how we do it at Sprinklr, so really through our methodology, and then the impact that some of our clients are having today by really reimagining these customer relationships. So before we make the how happen, really get into the nitty-gritty, first, we're going to back up for a second, and I'm going to explain the why. Why at Sprinklr we think this is so important. So let's start back in 2014. Gartner actually put out a study that by 2016, 89% of companies expect to compete mostly on the basis of customer experience. Well, obviously, it is 2017, and we're seen a lot of challenges that brands are happening. The thing is, we believe that companies and the people who lead them and the people like you guys who are on this webinar actually really, truly want to make these remarkable customer experiences for their customers, no matter where they're coming to talk to the brand at. However, what we keep seeing is that brands, they're not really enabled to do so because we have disjointed tools. We don't have a true 360-degree view of the customers where they're coming to talk to us at. We have siloed teams, we're duplicating work. We have point solutions that are not letting us connect and make this a very streamlined process to do this at scale. We don't have smart technology. So there's a lot of different things that are impacting that, even though we know that companies want to be here by 2016, it is 2017, there are problems and they are trickling down to the bottom line, and it's really affecting companies' abilities to grow, to decrease these operational costs, and really mitigate brand risks. So we want to know. You're coming to us today to learn. So what's your biggest challenge? What are you seeing inside of your organization? Are you seeing disjointed data, siloed teams, or, is it all of the above? Obviously, we know these are not mutually exclusive, but we would love to get a little pulse and to see really what your challenge is with making these great customer experiences. Okay, great. Thank you for sharing. The good news is that many of you, yep, that's what I was going to think it was, all of the above. So the good news is we see this all the time, all over the world. Different clients come to us that there is a lot of these different problems and they don't really know how to fix it. So it's these challenges. So what we want to talk to you about today is how we start to change this inside of Sprinklr. Okay, so now we're going to get to the how. So we talked about the why this is crucial for your business. We have to be there for our customers no matter where they're talking to us at. They need to have that same experience to keep coming back and have this wonderful interaction with your brand. So now we're going to start talking to you about how we do it at Sprinklr. So what we have here at Sprinklr is the ability to reach, engage, and listen. We call this real for short, getting real with your clients. But really, all it is listening to what your customers are saying, engaging with them, and then reaching them at every single touch point, no matter where they're coming from. And how this starts to happen is when different departments at your company start to really shift their view on reimagining customer relationships and reimagining those experiences as a whole. So I'm a visual person, so I'm going to kind of walk you through what we see this looking like, what real looks like when you start breaking it down by individual teams. So again, real stands for reach, engage, and listen. And then when you start putting this lens onto all these different departments, your shift starts to change. So let's think about marketing in the phase of, or through the lens of reach, engage, listen. So marketing, you start thinking, okay, what are others saying that matters more than what we're saying? So our megaphone really gets flipped, and then we're really using what we're pushing out on marketing for the voice of the customer. With advertising, let's make it personalized. No one wants to be served an ad that doesn't apply to them at all, no matter where they are in the purchasing funnel. We can do that at Sprinklr. We can help you make those ads very, very personalized, so that customer is no longer a stranger. You know them. In terms of commerce, your commerce teams, let's make personalized conversations. Let's flip selling on the head, just like with advertising, and let's have those one-to-one relationships even through commerce, which is 100% doable inside of Sprinklr. With your customer care teams, let's let care be your new marketing. So now your customer care teams are empowered. They are talking to your customers every single day. Everything's connected, so you can start giving the insights of what these customers are saying directly to your marketing team. All the silos are broken down and everyone is talking together, even in terms of your research and insights analytics teams. Research can be real time. You can have real-time information coming in, real-time data to start acting on. How is an ad performing on a very tailored audience segment? Okay, it's not working. They're saying different things on the comments. Let's instantly change that, and let's be there for that customer. So every single touch point is customized. And then we're reaching, engaging, and listening in a whole new way. So why would we do this? It's really, you guys, it's very, very simple. The entire point of getting real, no matter the team you're on, no matter your role in your organization, it's really all letting the customers be at the center of your brand and not the other way around. And this is what Gartner was saying back in 2014, that brands are going to start competing at customer relationship levels. This is how you can do it right here, putting the customer right at the center. But you don't have to take our word for it. We're going to walk through high level some case studies that we've actually put out with Sprinklr, and then Christy's going to share them in the webinar section, the panel section after this, so you guys can have all these case studies we're about to walk through. So with McDonald's, I don't know if you've been paying attention, but they've been going through an entire digital transformation. So McDonald's has 69 million customers, 36,000 different locations, 120 countries, but you know what? They have a single unified social strategy. Complicated? Yeah, it's definitely complicated. However, through Sprinklr, McDonald's was able to bring everything together and really centralize their digital strategy, allowing McDonald's to hear and reach their customers in new and powerful ways. And in the case study we're going to share, we even talk about how they've been doing this, some learnings that you guys can apply. One thing about McDonald's that I really love to remember is when there was the very first original tweet that said, hey, McDonald's, let's serve breakfast 24/7. Through Sprinklr, McDonald's was able to go track all the conversations, take that to their product team, and now, of course, McDonald's has 24/7 breakfast. They actually went back to the original tweet and responded to the guy and said, you know what, we heard you, 24/7 breakfast. Boom. That's just one example, but the case study we'll share explains how McDonald's has done an entire customer-first transformation. Now, if we kind of flip to tech, I know that some of you are coming from tech today. We also helped increase Dell's Black Friday sales by 150%. So all of us know how hard it is to get your messages through Black Friday through Cyber Monday. It's noisy and it's really, really hard to make an impact with your social ads. And you know what? Dell said, you know what, guys, coming to Sprinklr, I really want to reimagine it this year. So what they did is they were able to generate 2 times their return on ad spend this past Black Friday market time. And what they did through Sprinklr is they were able to identify which audience members were most likely to convert. So right away, they used the platform to really narrow in on who will be converting during Black Friday. Then they were able to align their bids to the quality of the user and their personalized conversion rate. Then they were able to also target lapsed customers and core audiences from previous campaigns, all of which are very simple things you're able to do in Sprinklr today. And that's how Dell started giving a very personalized experience through all the noise of Black Friday. And then the third how that we want to walk through today, just super high level, again, is Starwood Hotels. So imagine that you're Starwood. You have customer engagements coming in from over 1,200 channels. They are receiving average about 300,000 messages every single month that those customers, they are looking for a personalized response. Remember we talked about at the beginning, know me. Know that I am Alison and I am at this location on my honeymoon and I'm having an issue. So if you have all these messages coming through, they're written in 15 different languages all over the world. You as a brand need to make sure that every single person has that personalized experience and it's that very high brand standard. So what they did is they leveraged Sprinklr to help really streamline all of that monitoring engagement happening worldwide, and they're doing so today. So again, like I said at the beginning, we're going to be sharing these case studies for you to take and have and reference them and have deeper learnings in the webinar panel section. Christy will be sharing these with you after I get done presenting today. So we've taken a look at the why. Why is this so important? You guys, this is talking about competing for your business. making these customers happy. We know they're talking all different ways, and we know that we have to be there to communicate with them and give them that stellar experience no matter where they're talking to us from. We also covered some how, like how we do it inside Sprinklr. We call it REAL, reach, engage, listen. And we covered 3 high-level overviews and case studies. Now we're going to dive even deeper to start showing you some deeper impact of how other clients are using Sprinklr, and then the exact pieces of Sprinklr that they're leveraging to make sure that they're having the biggest impact from their customers today. Okay, so the very first thing I'm going to talk to you about is what reach looks like in action. So of course, we're telling you, all your different teams, the marketing, advertising, care, when you start thinking through the lens of reach, engage, listen. Now we're going to show you what this looks like in action with one of our clients. So it's a national fast casual restaurant chain, and they have made reach look easy. So what they did is they wanted to focus on personalized loyalty reward levels to reach current members and then help them level up when they were launching this really big global loyalty campaign. So they've called it mild, medium, or high or hot levels of their loyalty members. And then they've had a big chunk of success by leveraging all the custom things that you can do inside of Sprinklr. And that's what I'm going to walk you through. So inside Sprinklr, I'm not sure how familiar you guys are, but Sprinklr has a wide array of different products inside, built in, all integrated together. Everything talks to one another to really help you start reimagining your customer relationships. And how this brand in particular did it is they leveraged Sprinklr's advertising stack. So we have our paid ads execution and custom audiences. So what they're able to do was personalize their ad targets for this kickoff loyalty program to start appealing to customers based on their current loyalty levels. So based on whether they were on low or mild, medium, hot, whatever level that was. From there, they started engaging with people in this app, and knowing where they were, they started dynamically updating their custom audiences even as they're moving. So as they moved from mild to medium, it was automatically able to change where they were in their loyalty program and then keep giving them personalized messages based on their level to unlock more prizes. So this brand was with them every single step of the way. They were saying, hey, we know who you are. Going back to my example, Alison, we know that you are on the mild right now. All you have to do is these 3 things to get to medium. Or wouldn't you like to get to hot and be the top level of our loyalty program? Well, like I showed you on the slide before, it worked. With all of these very, very personalized experiences and being able to do them at scale through the use of Sprinklr, they reported over 3.2 million people signed up for this new loyalty program, accounting for over 30% of all transactions. So now when you think in terms of the brand, they just had this idea. Hey, we really want to be able to personalize, but we're not going to be able to do this at scale. 3.2 million people, there's no way we would be able to go through and manually update these lists and then serve them ads. Now you can leverage Sprinklr to help do that for you. So again, just through Sprinklr's paid ads and custom audiences, this is something that you would easily be able to do today. Now, if we look at it through the lens of engage, what engage looks like in action. So this client is actually Michael Kors. And what Michael Kors knows is that with millennials, UGC, so what we call, user-generated content, it's more influential on purchase decisions than any other media by 50%. So when Michael Kors went to the table, they said, okay, we want to reimagine our relationships. We really want to target millennials in a brand new way. So what they did is they launched this campaign called The Walk. It's a 360-degree street-style handbag campaign. And how they wanted to leverage UGC is they started asking fans to use the hashtag sidewalk spotted on Twitter and on Instagram. From there, they would choose different fans. based on, their follower count, or based on their brand advocacy levels of Michael Kors, how much love they showed to the brand. And then with this microsite, fans could actually come in here, see real UGC, click the link, and go directly to the product on michaelkors.com. So literally, they just leverage pieces of Sprinklr, just like the other brand I was talking about with their loyalty program. Michael Kors leveraged our UGC capabilities, and then also our influencer capabilities and shoppable galleries. That's all they did, was just able to leverage different pieces of Sprinklr to make sure that they had this truly engaging way to start connecting with their fans. You can learn more about this exact case study on the latimes.com. They did a huge piece on it, and so you're more than welcome to go find it and learn more. But again, you guys, this is something that you could easily do. If you have a new campaign and you want to bring in UGC and you want to make it streamlined, yes, 100% doable inside Sprinklr. So as you start to think of these impacts of reach, engage, and listen, really just come with the idea of what your goal is, and then you can leverage different pieces of the platform to make it happen and make that splash and really reimagine these relationships. The last one I'm going to walk you through is what listening looks like in action. So before we were talking about research, having that real-time data, real-time insights. So through Sprinklr's listening capabilities, which we built in-house, everything is connected, it's actionable. What one of our clients did is they are a global convenience store chain, and they actually are leveraging these conversations, and they're using what they're finding to impact product development and really impact innovation based on what their fans are saying on social, online. They're taking those insights and really leading product innovation and development. So how they did it inside Sprinklr, they started noticing different trends around one of their products. And then they started listening that there were millennials who were combining another product offering to create a new flavor that was starting to grow in popularity. So what this brand did is they took it to their partners, and they said, hey guys, this is the kind of trends that we're seeing through Sprinklr. We need to activate on this. We need to let the fans know we're listening and give them what they want. So they reached out to their partners. They started driving this product off innovation. They had real data to back up their findings. And now there's a brand new product that's going to be hitting the stores this summer based on insights they found from their individual fans, just sharing the love of their product. So it's just another really great example where actionable listening really translates into delighting customers in these new and innovative ways. So now, if we recap here, we've started talking about, real and reach, engage, listen, and all the different impacts that can have on your business. So when you start thinking about marketing, what I said before, marketing, what your customers say matter than what we say. Think about that national convenience store chain. They started listening to what their customers said, and now they put their customers in the spotlight. Same with Michael Kors. Same with that global fast casual chain. All of these different brands, the only thing that they did was put the customer in the center in terms of their advertising teams, in terms of their research teams, in terms of their care, in terms of their commerce. It was a very simple switch in their viewpoint and just flipping it, making sure the customer was at the center. All teams are on the same board, on the same page, and then coming to Sprinklr and saying, hey guys, we have this idea, we're with you, we want to reimagine our customer relationships, this is our goals, what can we do? And through all the different pieces of Sprinklr, we were able to work with them and make sure that they had a brand new way to start really engaging with these customers and making lasting, impactful changes on their relationships. So you might have had some questions come through. This is where I'm going to pass it back to Christy. But what we really want you to remember is that this is massive. We've talked about 6 different examples today, but this can be applied to any vertical, any brand. And it's really just flipping what you think every single day through reach, engage, and listen, and putting the customer at the center of your brand.
Thanks, Allison. So most of the questions we had today were around where the users could grab these resources. And so just a quick reminder that you can download these case studies and information around the Sprinklr platform that you heard about today from within the handout section of the GoToWebinar control panel. And then kind of last thing I would say here is just thank you so much for all of the questions that you submitted or for attending today and learning more about how you can reimagine customer relationships at Sprinklr. And I want to give you guys one last opportunity. If you do want to know more information about Sprinklr, please go ahead and let us know in the poll, or if you want to email our marketing team at sprinkler.com, or if you want to go ahead and put that in the chat or question and answer section here, you can do so. And thank you guys so much.